actually gonna miss this glitch. So there's the patch today on Sims, and it's got a list of the things that they're fixing, and in that things that they're fixing, the day's newborn foals that are fed an age up treat that start walking upright like Sims. You remember that video I showed? It was like 2 minutes long, and I caught it online. Someone had shared the glitch who was an early access creator, and it was so funny. And I thought, okay, I'm not doubting him, but I did see some of the videos on his channel where there was some really weird things, and like one of his Sims, and I thought, is that video shopped? But no, it was real. It's the only place I saw that glitch, and it was just I couldn't stop laughing. But anyways, so they will no longer stand upright. So that was real. That really happened. And this patch that they're downloading today. So if you want, don't you can't play this without doing the update. So unfortunately they fixed the glitch, because I thought that was the funniest glitch I'd ever seen in all the games I've ever played. That was just so funny. Anywho's, here's more things that they are fixing. So the painted ceilings, okay, there apparently was an issue with the painted ceilings. Okay, the floor and ceiling pattern. I did do the floor and ceiling. I did the ceilings. I did paint my ceilings in my Barbie Ranch. If you check that out, and then I started having problems with it working again properly. So that might have been an issue. L-shaped stairs that are two more tiles wide, no longer have a misplaced triangle section on the side. The female outfit with the fold over sweater, I totally missed this one, now keeps its hands to itself when the camera is far away. Well, darn, I missed that glitch. If somebody has a sweater not keeping its hands to itself from a distance, I would really like to see that. Like, do you have a video on that? I kind of want to see that. That sounds funny. I like glitches. I don't know. I guess I'm a weirdo. I just like glitches. They're funny. Okay, lessons about camera controls, free camera. Okay, growing together, screen smart, moodlet that children get for watching the Brainchild learning television. Horse Ranch, the day's newborn foals that are fed an age-up treat would walk upright, and it was so funny. Oh my goodness. I think that we should be treated with a funny glitch like that to watch them. Anyways, okay, moving on. Sims on horseback who select a community job from the ranch community board now remain mounted in most cases when it says in most cases, okay, note that, when heading to the job. For new games in Chestnut Ridge, Emily, I have a sim named Emily, now only recommends affordable starter locks. The welcome wagon no longer sometimes overstays its welcome. Yeah, I did see that. I was like, okay, could you like leave now? I did see that. It's welcomes because nothing says welcome to the neighborhood like a bladder mishap on the porch. Okay, then, that's interesting. Ask about the community on a Chestnut Ridge resident now consistently shows the neighborhood ranch community board when selecting view board. Horses that are uncomfortable now shake their head less frequently while trotting or cantering. Yeah, they were a little over whiny. To learn about how a horse is feeling, just hover the cursor over the horse or ask an unhappy horse, what's wrong? Horses move more naturally while walking, trotting, cantering. I thought they did a fantastic job on their movement. But, I have been doing a whole lot of horse stuff that other people have been, because I've been busy doing dancing, all kinds of country music stuff. Anywho's, and building. Horses running around for fun now run in more direct paths and avoid running through gates. But I thought it was quite interesting to see horses running through the house, and I don't see anything about the doors. You lock the doors for horses, they get in anyway. Same thing as the other animals. And not to mention, I saw something really cool with one of my foals the other day. The camera, I'm talking about the camera of the game, followed my horse like it was attached to it everywhere it ran around the house. I thought that was cool, because I have a problem panning with my camera with my mouse, and I mean to tell you, it was like there was a camera attached to that horse. It followed it everywhere it went, and I guess that was a glitch. I don't know. Anyways, when engaging camera auto follow, that's what I think was what I saw on the active sim who's riding on a lot with walls set to medium or tall. The rider now remains firmly mounted instead of skyrocketing above the world. Yeah, I did have a little bit of issue with the one camera that shows everything like in a fishbowl type of look. Sims are better off exploring worlds from the relatively safety of the saddle. Sims keep their hands on the reins when the horse moves on his or her own. Sims making nectar no longer freeze up when another Sims use certain greetings with them. or when making jokes about body hair. I haven't seen that one yet. It's just a neighborly hello with jokes on hold until after the nectar is made. The mysterious rancher now pays the full amount of simoleons when a sim sells multiple bottles of nectar at once. I haven't even done the nectar stuff, so I don't even know anything about that. But selecting hire a ranch hand on ranch community board and then switching to a child now shows the initial sim's phone interface after selecting call to hire a ranch hand. Horse training options that the sim cannot afford now have a tooltip that correctly states the sim's name. Sims who are not Father Winter no longer travel to locations such as the Equestrian Center via fireplaces. Chimney transportation is reserved. Okay. Sims now can enter only one horse competition at a time. This prevents horses from sometimes getting confused and staying in the equestrian center. Sims who lose an elder horse friend or acquaintance to death, or who witness one passing, now have a mourning horse moodlet. Rest in peace, noble steed. On horse jumps, practice advanced jumps now kicks up dust from the ground properly when the horse knocks off the top rail. When selling many goats or many sheep in the rapid succession, the chance of one being left behind and invisible is lower now. It says it's lower, doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Keep that note in mind. If you encounter this, save and reload to resolve the issue. Lots you can visit no longer have the place animal interaction. Sniff and nuzzle interactions with foals and adult horses no longer occasionally contort the sim's arms. Oh my gosh, I have not seen that one, but that sounds kind of funny. Manure or poop is more performant at the gameplay engine level. You heard that right. We polished this fertilizer powerhouse. Alrighty then, developers, go off your bad self. Horses in locked, enclosed spaces or who otherwise cannot get to the edge of the lot now can be sold successfully. There is an issue I have with the horse ranch I have not seen anybody address, and that is Sims coming, and it might just be the get-together pack, but they bring their instruments with them. When you tell them that the activity is to play an instrument, they're bringing their instruments instead of using the instruments at the gathering place, and they're placing them right outside the lot so that people gather there, and you don't have any ability to control that instrument to move it out of the way. So when people show up, so basically my be able to play an instrument is now, I can no longer use that feature, because if I put that in my get-togethers on the horse ranch world, guess what happens? All of them gather at the entrance of the property where some sim will snatch up an instrument from somewhere in a house that doesn't even belong to them. They'd be stealing guitars to bring to the gathering, and then they place it outside your lot so that you can't move it, and leave it right there at the entrance so that when they come, they all gather right there instead of on your dance floor or your concert place. Anywho's, Rust in chick tabled lamp now can live a life independent of walls. It's new now slots onto the type horizontal surfaces rather than snapping to walls. Paddock fencing and sturdy ranch fencing can now be built with rounded corners. Well, that's nice. Rancher's dream windows. Black design is fully black. Cormac Pine End Table's white design now has a white swatch. Create a sim. Selecting a pre-made shape for a horse's head now preserves mane and tail. Yay! Color and any feathers. Did you know in real life that Arabians' concave head profile is described as dish-shaped, and muzzles, noses with convex profile are called a Roman nose? Actually, I did not know that. Thank you. Horses now are fully visible after undoing accessories, while the coat, color, and pattern section is still highlighted. No invisible horses here. Pre-made face shapes for Sims were missing for games that had horse ranch and not werewolves. They're back now. Yay! Planned outfits for foals now include mane and forelock section. Foals now have better framing in the gallery. Who can resist that cute face? The English riding outfit now shows up with the feminine filter. Yay! The fringe jacket, I love that, now tucks into bottoms properly. Yay! The jumpsuits category for the masculine filter no longer includes a few errant tops. The Boomtown Maverick style look no longer has two errant color swatches. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. That is simsvip.com. I'll put the link to the description on that website. So this is from the simscommunity.info. It says there's a surprise new Sims 4 update for PC, Mac, and consoles. So this is for consoles as well. Okay, so now this one I did see, and it was kind of annoying, and you probably heard me talk about it. Sims occasionally were stuck staring into space while starting activities such as eating or cooking, And it turns out this was a possible side effect of going home from another location via ride home. Well, no longer. Sims now can enjoy their post ride meal. See, and that's another thing. I put my games on pause, but I have seen when I go to another Sims household, I've got in the background, I'm seeing my other Sims from another house riding out on the horses. So when they're doing this, I'm not even aware that they've been out riding, but they probably were out riding. And that's why they were having, because they were just acting weird. They were just standing there staring, and it was just weird. And I didn't understand it, but okay, well, now it makes sense. So, yeah, I think I've covered everything now. So, horses running around for fun, now running more direct paths and avoid running through gates. They're less likely to loop through gates. When engaging camera autofollow on the active sim who's riding on a lot with walls set to medium tall, the rider now remains firmly mounted instead of skyrocketing above the world. I think I've covered everything. Yeah, I think that this is just repeating it, everything. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Rust and chick table lamp can now live a life independent of the walls. It now slots on the typical horizontal surfaces rather than snapping the walls. I don't think I've used that one, and I don't think I'm familiar with that particular window either. But yeah, so there you go. Have fun. See you soon.